Hello everyone. As you can see, I'm dead inside. Hello everyone. Welcome back to Just Shy. I am Shy, the person, not the adjective. And today, this is like a super unofficial video, guys. That's why I look like this. I decided to do something different. So I'm gonna film like all the reactions I've missed. I've missed so many, guys. It's been 2 weeks and like everybody has dropped something and I'm like, I got finals. What you want me to do? Like fail? Like no. So I was like, okay, I need to do what I'm gonna call K-pop catch up and like just catch up on what everybody has been dropping to date. And like, I'm filming this 2 days after Thanksgiving, so it's like the 28th. Let me check. It's the 28th. So in 2 days, on the 30th, I know ENHYPEN, is that how you say that, by the way? Like, ENHYPEN? Like, that's all I'm gonna say. ENHYPEN is like coming out with their debut, and I know they have been like all over everything. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to like film that too. But we're here today to get ready to film. So I'm just gonna talk about things I don't understand about K-pop and like Korea in general. And like, I guess if you want, you can watch me like put my face on. But to be honest, this is not a tutorial. This is not a get ready with me, because nobody's gonna want this look. Trust me. I'm just gonna go from like ugly to like slightly less ugly, like tolerable. That's what we're going for. We're going for tolerable. Okay, so I guess let me like put my eyeballs in so y'all don't have to like stare at this glare in my glasses because I'm a blind person. So I guess let's do that first. Oh. You know, like in anime when people like take their glasses off and then like their eyes look like threes? I feel like that. Like I already cannot even see what's happening here. I also don't mind my bed. This is what it looks like before I like clean it to film. There's just like snacks and Taco Bell drinks and like merch. Sorry. Again, unofficial video, so watch at your discretion. I'm also really bad at putting in my lenses, so this will be fun for everyone. Does this look normal? Is this the right way? I hope so, because I'm about to put it in my eyeball. Okay. All right, eyeball, we can do this. Hey, one. All right, I can see. Hello. All right, next thing I am gonna do is put on a headband because I cannot with this hair. Yep, this is how it goes. Headband acquired. Okay. Oh, one of my cat ears. Okay, she just wants to be down. That's fine. Okay. Honestly, I should just stop here. This is about as cute as I'm gonna get. I do my makeup like half Korean, half American. Like the skin, I don't go too hard on. Like I don't like full coverage foundation. That's why you can still see like all this even after I put on foundation. But then like I like to go real on the eyes. Like I like really denim eyeballs. All right, so I'm a prime first. If you care, it's Fenty. Like, we stand Rihanna in this house. But I'm gonna just jump into first thing I don't understand about K-pop. People that take shipping seriously. Like, who is out here? I'm sorry guys if I'm not like looking at you. I got a mirror over here, so if that bothers you. I'm sorry, but I can't see. Who's out here taking shipping so seriously that like, they're like, the idols can't sit next to each other anymore because y'all shipped them so hard. I'm like, what? What? Like, okay. Before I was into K-pop, if you haven't noticed, are English an anime person, so like shipping is super normal in the anime community. We ship everybody. I ship breakfast cereal. I'm like, oh, that Captain Crunch would taste great with this. I ship it. Like, It's so like nonchalant. So like when I was like, oh, they're shipping the K-pop thing too, I was like, okay, that's fine. It's cool, whatever. And like didn't think anything of it. But then there's like people that are like, specifically, I heard a person talk about Jackson Wang from China, who was like, oh, he can't sit next to Mark because y'all shipped him with Mark so hard that now he's uncomfortable to even sit next to him in a V Live. And I was like, that's crazy. That's crazy, girl. So I was like, who's out here taking shipping that seriously? And then like I saw comments that were like, oh, Jackson can't do such and such with whomever because he's with Mark. And I was like, okay, like, all right, girl. So I don't understand that. I don't know who's taking shipping that seriously. Like, oh. But I guess, like, I digress on that one. The next thing I don't understand. Photo cards. Like, what are you gonna do with them? Just realistically. Like, I get... No, I don't get it. Because they're, like, real people. Like, we trade them like they're not real people, but they are. And so that's where I'm like, should we? I feel like that's contributing to the whole K-pop people aren't really people thing, and like why they're treated so poorly sometimes, and like, no. I just find it weird that we have trading cards of like people. I mean, like, I guess there's like baseball cards too, but that's a sport. Is K-pop a sport? Is it a competition? Like, there's no stats on the back. Like, oh, how many records have you sold? Like, I would maybe get it more if they did do that. Like, oh, we're million sellers. Like, oh, with like pictures, there's like literally endless amounts of pictures of them everywhere. They're like on Instagram, they're on Twitter, you can find them on their fan pages, they're literally everywhere. So I'm like, why are we paying her album to get pictures that we could see on the internet? So I just don't get it. And like, that's honestly the only reason that we buy albums, because, you know, music digital now. Like, who's out here using the CD? Who's out here using the CD, honestly? So it's like, I'm not sure what we're doing. I just don't get it. I don't know. Maybe once I'm like a K-pop fan for like 10 years or something, I'll be like, oh yeah, this is what we do with the photo cards. But to me, they just don't have a purpose, which is why I wasn't gonna collect them. But then like my collecting instincts took over, and so here we are. So, oh, I like probably should have said this at the like beginning of the video, but I'm me and I forget, honestly. But since I have like a ton of albums, and like honestly, you're here, like whoever's watching this, like you're here, like you found me, you did it, yay. I mean, I guess yay. I don't know. I don't honestly know. I honestly, when I started this channel, did not expect anybody to watch me ever. Because why? Why would they? Why would anybody? Why would you? But here you are, and apparently there's almost 100 of you, which is just like, I know like not a lot in like the grand scheme of YouTube, but to me personally, I'm like, that's a lot of people. So I was like, okay, I should be appreciative and like do a giveaway. So like, I'm gonna give away these albums that I've accumulated, probably to like maybe like 5 people or so. That seems reasonable. Like 5 out of 100. So once like I get to like officially 100 subscribers, I guess I'll do a giveaway, and like you can pick an album, or I can just like send you random one, whatever you want to do. I'm not real particular on that. Like, I don't know. But yeah, I guess I should have like announced that first. But 100 subscriber giveaway. Yeah, look how like much better my face looks. Like, she snatched it. I have like really puffy cheeks, so like we need to be out here a little snatch it with the contour. Let me blend out the side of my face before I get that comment. Like, there's a line on the side of your face. Like, what do you want me to do about it now? This headband gets dirty every single time. I don't see how people do their makeup with a headband and then it's just like clean at the end. I'm like, how? How did you do this, ma'am? So yeah, to wrap that up, that was 100 subscriber giveaway. It'll be K-pop albums. So if you're like one of those people that are like, I want the albums, but I can't afford them. Like, I got you. Next thing I don't understand about K-pop, comebacks. Like, how are you gonna come back if you never left?
Morning, he woke up dead.
How the hell do you wake up dead?
Because you're alive when you go to sleep.
Like, just logically, from a logical standpoint, I don't get it. Why are we calling it a comeback? Like, in my American opinion here, you can't come back if you never left. Especially like people that just debuted, like Treasure. They were like, oh, it's Treasure's second comeback. And I was like, they debuted like 2 months ago. They didn't stop promoting. Like, what do you mean they're coming back? They can't. They haven't left yet. They're brand new. Wait, what? I don't get it. Now, SHINee, they like took a hiatus and like a lot of members went to the military and we still had Taemin, but it was like not all of SHINee and whatever. So they can make a comeback. That's a comeback. They are literally coming back from like a 2-year hiatus. That is a comeback. You've been gone for 2 weeks. It's not a comeback, okay? You were still active. You were still going. It's not a comeback, okay? I don't get it. I don't know why we're calling it that, but like, so then like, what do we call SHINee's comeback? Like, it can't be the same thing in my mind. I'm like, a 2-year break and a 2-week break cannot be called the same thing, because what are we doing? I don't know how anybody's going on break then. Like, what? I don't understand a lot. I don't get anything. That's my life. Ooh. I have a mirror like precariously perched over here. And like I bumped the table too hard and it was like, oh, it like leaned out and it was like, oh, okay, I'm coming back. I was like, real. I was like, my eyebrows in black. That's what I was gonna say. I was doing my eyebrows in black because like I have a brown one, but like, I just don't care enough to like really care about my eyebrows that much. Like, to me, my eyebrows are fine, but people tend to notice when I don't do them. They're like, she didn't do her eyebrows. And I'm like, okay, guess it matters to somebody. So I'ma do them, but I'ma do them in black until this black pencil's gone, and then I'll use the brown one. Like, because I bought black because my eyebrows are black, and then people are like, you should do dark brown. So then I bought dark brown, but then I was like, then what am I gonna do with this black one? Like, let's not be wasteful. Whatever, it's fine. This next one, it's not about K-pop specifically, although it 100% applies to them. It's more about Korea in general. Let me do this eyebrow first before I get into it though, because I raise my eyebrows a lot when I get triggered. So let me do this first. I'm gonna come back at you. Cool. To me, they honestly kind of look the same, just like a little less sparse maybe, but that's one eyebrow done. I really don't do much, guys. Like, I really kind of follow the Korean minimalism makeup thing. So let me do this other one real quick. Hold on. Do they look the same? They don't. They don't. We're gonna ignore that. Okay, moving on. Nope. Moving on. The thing I don't understand. The Korean bully culture. Like, what? Like, okay, I feel like every country has a form of bullying. You gon' get bullied at some point. Doesn't matter where you come from, what you look like, where you're going, nothing. You're gonna get bullied. I was bullied, you were bullied, we were all bullied, okay? I've never ever met a person in life who was not bullied in some way, shape, or form at some time. But what I don't understand is like, there's usually like a bullying phase. Like, bullied in high school is like a big thing here in America. Like you were bullied in high school and then like you had to come up in college or something, and then like you're an adult now and like maybe you still got some scars, but like for the most part the bullying's over unless you have like a really mean coworker. And it's just like, girl, what happened to you? But for the most part, like the most intense bullying is like in high school, but not so in Korea. Not so. They get bullied day and night. Like, oh, doesn't matter how old they are. I don't understand how one grown ass person can sit there and bully another grown ass person. Like, does anybody understand this? Does anyone? No? Like, oh, I don't get it. Especially with like, my baby Chin. Like, what? Why? I don't get it. I don't get why they're bullying him. I don't get why it's a thing. They're like boycotting his songs. And I'm like, for what?
But you did this for what?
Why not?
Why?
Why not?
Why though?
I'm sorry. For what? I hate misting my face. Like, oh. And like my fan's on. So it's just like going up and down and like uneven. Okay, we're just gonna spray a lot and hope for the best. Okay. Oh, it smells nice though. Probably not supposed to eat it, but here we are. Yeah, I don't understand. I should be more prepared than this, but I'm not. Never am. Never gonna be. I don't understand, one, why it's a thing and why it's like acceptable to bully him, but also like secondly why they're bullying him. I know I read the like petition. I don't even like using that word. Petition sounds so official. They wrote a literal petition to SM to get him kicked out of EXO. I'm like, in what universe is getting married and having a child at like 30? The boy almost 30. Like, or did he just turn 30? Something like that. He's either just turned 30 or is about to turn 30. I'm sorry, I don't pay that much attention to everybody's birthday. I know it's like a huge thing in Korea to like know everybody's ages and all that. No, not here for it. Don't care. But like, he's almost 30. Like, did y'all just expect him to like stay single forever? I don't know how that was gonna work. Like, I don't know who did or did not think that through, but it sounds crazy to me. I forgot to contour my nose. Like, she out here. That sounds absolutely crazy to me. That people like really have the audacity to come out here and try to bully this 30-year-old man into quitting his job over a wife and kid. Like, I don't get it. And the fact that it was seen as acceptable. They were like, oh yeah, we get why they're upset. I'm sorry, what? Excuse me, what? You get why they're upset? No, ma'am, you should have shut that down. I'm trying so hard not to curse, guys. I curse so much. But like, I don't know if there's children on my channel. If there is, like, what are you doing? Channel's not for children. But like, they were like, yeah, we get why you're upset, and like, we know what Chin did was wrong. And I was like, but he did was, I'm sorry, come again? He did was what? I know you didn't just call my baby wrong. Like, the fact that they like came out there and defended these people and was like, yeah, we're not gonna kick him out, but we see your side. I was like, this is the problem. This is the problem. Y'all should have been like, y'all crazy, Kaseo. Also, by the way, that's like my favorite Korean phrase. When I get mad, I'm just like, Kaseo, please leave. Door's over there. Bye.
가세요.
Another thing I don't get is like the bullying of idols. Not even by like other idols, but just like by fans or like aunties or whatever. I'm like, you are literally bullying a child, a straight up child because they don't look the way you want them to look. Like, in what universe does that make sense? Like, somebody please make it make sense, because it just don't to me. Like, I don't get it. I don't know what's happening. I don't know why it's still a thing. I don't know why they're allowing it. Like, they're like, oh, this member isn't cute enough, so let's not buy any of his merch and let's not support him, and let's see if we can get him removed from the group. And I'm like, in what world is this okay? Like, that is a child. Most of the K-pop idols, like, I know like the older generations are like a bit older, and therefore they can like kind of like fend for themselves a little bit. Like, I don't want to call it that, but like a little bit, they can you know, fend for themselves and like protect themselves and things like that. But like for children that like just debuted, or like they're just getting started in their career and stuff, I'm like, what are you doing? Like, girl, what are you doing with your life that you feel the need to bully a literal child into thinking that they're not good enough because of what you believe a beauty standard should be? Like, I don't understand. I don't get it. And again, I don't know why they're allowing it. I just don't. I've been like, you're kicked out. You can't come here. Like, 가세요.
써내면 엔딩이야. 가세요. 엔딩.
No, like, I would have just shut it down. Like, you gonna be like that, you can't be here. You're banned from our website. You're banned from Twitter. Like, I don't know how to get somebody banned from Twitter, but there has to be a way, okay? Your blocks, you can't even see our posts now. No. But like, they're still out here, and you know, people are out here gaslighting them. Like, talk about, oh yeah, I think he's not cute too. I don't know why he here. And I'm like, but also like the second point to that, really? Not cute? Really? Not cute. I don't know if y'all notice, but there is like rigorous standards to even attempt to become a K-pop idol in Korea. So for anybody to be questioning your looks, like, really? Okay, all K-pop idols are cute. Literally all of them. Every single one of them. I stand by this claim. Y'all can send me all the pictures you want in the DMs of idols you don't think are very cute. I stand by this claim. They are literally all cute. And I'm just, I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't support it. I don't know why people are still doing it, but I'll digress on that point. It's time for the hardest part, eyeballs. I'm really, really, really bad at eye makeup. Like, my face, I can like kind of like smooth everything out, make it look decent. But like, eye makeup, I really struggle, guys. It may not look like it, but like, I struggle. So I want something like pink. Surprise, surprise. I want something pink. So I have like, I love collab palettes. Like, I don't even buy normal palettes. I only buy collab palettes. So I have like the Revolution Jack Skellington, and then of course like the Sally one that matches it. I'll open it for you guys. Oh, this one opens this way. Open like a look. Yay. I've used these palettes once, and I don't even remember what look it was. But like, these are the colors. Aren't they so pretty? They have like cute Halloween names. I'm like, yes, 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 yes. I'm really bad at like knowing what colors go together to like make the look that I see in my mind. But I know I want something not really pastel pink today, but just like, but not like flamingo pink. I love how I'm like discussing this like y'all can help me. But nobody can help me. I'm a mess and nobody can help me. Where did that just roll off to? Also have the Mulan palette, Sailor Moon palette, and the Disney Masquerade palette. I think I also have a Disney villain one somewhere. but I don't know where she at, and I'm not gonna get up to look for it. So if my eyes look terrible, we're gonna ignore it. We're gonna collectively ignore it. We're gonna pretend like it's not happening. We're gonna pretend like it was intentional, and we're just gonna no. So just fair warning on that one. Okay. Everybody pray for me. This list is long. This list is super long. But what I really don't understand. This is like one of my top I don't understand is the keep K-pop Korean people. Like, just, we're gonna let that sink in and see if this color's working out. Like, this is more purple than I intended. Okay. Guess this is what we're going with today. Yeah. Keep K-pop Korean. If y'all don't know this about me, one of my favorite idols, like, ever, is 10. Otherwise known as Titapon Lee Chayapunko. Okay? He Thai. Like, ain't nothing Korean about the boy except for that he can speak the language. Like, and that, last I checked, does not make you of that nationality. Like, I could be wrong. The rules could have changed, but like last I checked, that does not make him Korean. Like, he's still Thai. Like, so these people that are like, oh, K-pop should only be done by Korean people. I'm like, so are we gonna kick out all the Chinese, all the Thai, all the Japanese, all the American, like Canadian? We got a lot of other nationalities in there. So what are you talking about? And they're like, oh, it has to be Korean only because we don't want anybody to like stand out and like outshine or like stick out or like whatever. And I'm like, do they know Lucas is like 17 billion feet tall? The boy stand out wherever he go, okay? He's Chinese and he stand out wherever he go. I don't know what they mean by stand out. Like, Lucas does not look Korean, in my opinion. Does he look Asian? Yes. Does he look specifically Korean? No, he doesn't have any of the like traditional Korean features. So I'm like, I don't know what we're going for here. And quite frankly, I think it's like a little bit racist, to be honest, because it's not even like keep K-pop Asian, because they don't even want like Asians from like India to be in a group. They're like, no, we know you're Asian, but you're different Asian. you're a not okay Asian, so like you can't sit with us.
You can't sit with us!
So I'm like, okay, so what you mean is you just want people who look a certain way to keep doing K-pop. Doesn't matter if they're actually Korean or not. You just want them to look a certain way and act a certain way and dress a certain way. And I'm like, don't be out here under the guise that you're like trying to protect your culture and whatnot, when honestly it's just lookism. Like, come on now. But I mean, like, I wasn't born yesterday. I know Korea is a real problem with that. Like, if you don't look a certain way, there's like certain jobs you can't do. People won't hire you. You can't go nowhere. Like, it's real bad. And I'm like, what is going on with that? Like, who's that helping, honestly? Who's that helping? And like, it's not to say that like other countries are just like totally free from this, because I mean, it happens in America too. Like, black people get treated a certain way, people that are poor get treated a certain way. Like, but I feel like it's not to that extreme. Like we don't go quite that far, except for with racism, but we working on it, okay? We working on it, okay? So, like, I heard that they were, like, trying to, like, get pictures removed from, like, job applications, and I was like, that's a step in the right direction, but, like, still, I don't know how the Korean job process is, but, like, when they show up to the interview, you're still gonna see them, and they're still gonna be like, I don't like the way you look, I'm not gonna hire you. So I'm not really sure how that's gonna help. Like, I don't want to like be down on them. I'm just saying, like, I'm not sure what the plan is. I don't get it, but I don't live in Korea, so I guess I don't have to. I don't understand also how a person who doesn't look Korean can't be Korean. Like, can't. So I was watching Itaewon Class back when it came out, so like a long time ago. Oh, why hello there. So I was watching Itaewon Class, and like anybody who's seen it, there's like there's a guy who moves to Korea or lives in Korea or something like that, and he like goes to get a job at the bar, and he only speaks Korean and maybe like French or something, but like he definitely doesn't speak English. Like the thing was, he does not speak English even though he was black, and they like expected him to. They're like, oh, you can't work here because we can't talk to you. And they just like assumed he was like black American, not even like black African, which is a whole different type of black people. I'm not gonna start on that. They're different. But like they were like, oh, you can't work here because like you're American, and like we won't be able to communicate with you because we only speak Korean. And he was like, busted out this Korean. He was like, nah, I'm Korean. Like what you talking about, American? I'm Korean. And so she was like, no, you're not. I was like, honestly, I thought it was a joke, so I busted out laughing, like I am now, because I still find it like, it's not funny that it happened to him. I just find it funny as an American. Like, as an American, I find it funny. Because, like, here in America, no matter what, like, the racist people say, literally anybody can be American. Like, black, white, European, Asian, Mexican, Latina, Spanish, Danish, whatever. Like, if you're born in America or you, like, immigrate to America, you're American. That's it. Especially because we have a lot of people that like immigrate over here, and then like they have children, and so like their children still like look like wherever their ancestors are from or whatever they're from or whatever, but like they look, I can't say look because there really isn't an American look, honestly, but they like act and speak and dress and everything like that American. So like I don't ever question it. If somebody tells me like they're American, I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Me too. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. If you're from America, you're American. Like, but like in Korea, if you don't look, if you don't look Korean, you can't be Korean. It's not funny, but I find it so funny. What does this look like, guys? Is this good? Well, don't answer that. That's not what I meant to say. Is it passable? It's passable. I just wanted to like deepen it up a little bit. But like, so like I don't understand the concept of somebody being born in, raised in, and only knowing the Korean culture, but they can't be Korean because they don't look Korean. Like, what? I really honestly don't get it. I don't get it. Like, why? And it's not even like all Korean people look the same. Like, yes, they have some common features that are very, very like general. Like if you see a Korean person, there's like, you know, like the cheekbones that I find real cute and everything like that. But there are some Koreans that don't look like that. And I'm like, and then there's like all these stories of them getting bullied for not looking Korean enough, even though, again, both of their parents are Korean. They were born and raised Korea. They speak Korean. All they know is Korea, but they're being bullied for not being Korean enough. Like, how does that make sense? Honestly, you can't get more Korean than that. I don't know how you would fix that problem. I don't get it. I don't. So like, back to Itaewon Class. The premise was like, he was black, but like his mom was Korean, or no, his dad was Korean and his mom was from Africa. So like he was black, but not a like black person. He was African. Again, there's a real distinction between black people and African people, which is why I really don't like being called African American, because that to me is like people who came from Africa and are now American. I was born and raised in America. Mom was born and raised in America. All my family from like the slave ship times have been born and raised in America. So we're all super American. And I've never been to Africa. Like, I heard it's beautiful, but I really have no interest in going there. I don't like traveling in general. So I'm like, I'm really not linked to Africa like that. And so I'm like, I'm just black. Like, I'm American black. Okay. So like, I just don't get it. I don't get it. Like, you're not even accepting of your own. I closed this like I was done. This is not done. I was just upset, so I closed it. I was like, I'm done with this. Guys, I'm a mess always. Oh, the audacity of some people and the fact that it's accepted. Like, people will always be people. Like, I know that. But like, the fact that it's so widely accepted that you can treat people like that for those ridiculous reasons. Like, that's what gets me. That right there is what gets me. I mean, like, at the end, I don't want to spoil it for you guys, so like, watch Itaewon Class. It's old. Like, if you haven't seen it by now, are you? Honestly, are you? It's been out for almost a year now. Like, if you really had interest in seeing it, wouldn't you have known? But like, in the end, she like ends up accepting him and everything like that. And they like get his like birth certificate or something to like prove he's Korean or something like that. But just the fact that he had to go through all of that just irritates me, to be honest. It just irritates me. I'm gonna just put this random pink on there. Should I swatch it? Yes. Am I gonna? No. Another thing. We're really just rolling down this list here. I'm sorry this is so long, but I told you this is not a normal video. And also, if you've been on my channel before, you know I'm real long-winded. Just like in general. Have you seen my unboxings? Even I'm like, girl, that was long. But Aegyo. Why? Just why? I don't get why they make people and why people do Aegyo. Like, no? Nobody else find it super weird? Just like grown men and women acting like children to like be cute and impress other grown men and women. Like, And so like, of course I consulted my good friend Google about it. I was like, Google, Aegyo, why? And Google's like, oh, they use it as like a Batsu game, which, what is that in English? Punishment game. Yeah, they use it as like a punishment or a Batsu game. And I'm like, if it was just like during the variety shows and stuff, like maybe. Like I could maybe see that. But they're doing it everywhere, okay? Everywhere. V Live. Oh, Aegyo. Variety show. Aegyo. Performance stage. Aegyo. I'm like, it's clearly not a punishment. It's clearly not a punishment anymore. Y'all are just doing it for fun. which again, I find weird. Like, children are cute because they're children. If grown people do the same thing as children do, it's not cute. It's just weird. Okay? Like when a child is like, oh, Piscatty, you're like, they can't say Piscatty. That's cute. Oh, look at that little baby. But when a grown person is like Piscatty, you're like, boy, you illiterate? Like, something wrong there. Like, no. So to me, it's like the same concept. I don't get why they're encouraged to do aegyo, and I find it cringy and weird. Like anytime one of my idol groups that like I stan, there's only two. I say that like I stan a whole bunch of groups. I don't. I stan two. It's still just ATEEZ and EXO. Anytime they have to do aegyo, at least EXO's pretty good about it. Baekhyun's just weird in general, so he just like does a lot of weird things, and I'm like, that's fine. But like ATEEZ, I'm like, getting a little old there to be doing all this. Like, ain't trying to hate on nobody, but again, I don't get it. Why? Why can't we just have an interview and people just be normal? So, if you were like wondering why I've been gone so long, I think I've run out of things that like I don't understand about her. Well, I probably haven't run out, but that's like all I can remember off the top of my head now from my list thing that I made. Because I can never remember anything off the top of my head. But why I haven't been releasing videos to you, my lovely 5 subscribers. I really adore y'all, really. I broke my iPad. If you don't know, I edit everything with my iPad. Ooh, this is raining glitter right into my eyeball. That is fun. That is a fun time. So, like one night, I was going to my kitchen and I was like, I don't need to take my phone with me, so I'm just gonna gently, ever so gently, toss it onto my bed and, you know, like I'll come back for it or whatever. So I swear to God, I threw my phone. Not threw. No, I'm not gonna put that on me.
Don't you put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby! Don't you put that on us!
I tossed gently, the gentlest toss ever, onto my bed, and it just so happened to land at such an angle that it bounced and like landed. You see that like pillow back there with like the Pikachu and stuff? I usually keep my iPad propped up there, and like my phone just corner right there. Like it hit it so hard that there was a dent coming out of the back of my iPad. I don't know how hard you have to like throw, but I again didn't throw it. There's like glitter all everywhere, but we're gonna one problem at a time. Didn't throw it, but like, yeah. So I like took it to Best Buy to get it fixed because the Apple store was closed because of the pandemic. So I was like, okay, you know, Best Buy does work on Apple products, so let me go there and like they can fix it. So I went there and they were like, oh, because of the pandemic, we're an appointment only. And I was like, that's annoying, but I understand. So I was like, okay, this is not helping. I'm just spreading glitter everywhere. I guess I'm just gonna be real sparkly today, guys. You see the video and I'm like extra sparkly? You know why? So I was like, okay. So I made an appointment, waited a week for my appointment to come around, took my iPad back up there, and then he was like, oh, I don't have the parts in stock to fix it. And I was like, what were you doing this whole week? What were you doing? He was like, oh, I didn't know if you were gonna keep your appointment, so I didn't order it just in case. And I was like, okay, even if I didn't keep my appointment, which again, I don't know why I would because I need my iPad fixed. My iPad before this last one came out was like the newest iPad. Did at no point he think that somebody else was gonna have that iPad and need it to be repaired? Like, where was the logic in that? So I dropped it off with him again, super annoyed, and I was like, okay, I'll come back for it, whatever. So I'm waiting. Takes another week. He gets the parts in and he's like, oh, it's still not working. I don't know what's wrong with it. Like, we're gonna keep working on it, but you know, we don't know what's wrong. And I was like, okay, great. Another week rolls by and I'm just like fed up with waiting. So I call him. I'm like, what is going on? Because they haven't called me. And so I'm like, what is going on with my iPad? And he was like, oh, I meant to tell you, it's bricked. Like, we cannot get her to work. She's not doing it. We tried everything. We don't know. And I'm like, it wasn't bricked when I gave it to you. Like, the screen was shattered and there was a dent in the back, but it still works. Like, it was still fully functional. I could still, like, if I wanted to cut my hand, I could still use it. But I mean, obviously I didn't want to cut my hand, so silly me. So he was like, basically, I don't know what to tell you, but that's what it is. And I was like, okay, thanks, bye. Like, when I get annoyed, I'm just like, I want to leave. So then I was like, okay, whatever. I'll just buy a new iPad. You know what? I needed a new iPad anyway because the one that I had didn't have enough space. It was just 64 gig, which I don't know. I just bought it and I was like, oh, I'm only gonna use it for school. I don't need that much space. Dumb. So I was like, okay, I needed a new one anyway. I needed to upgrade, whatever, I'll buy a new one. So again, Apple Store closed. So had to order online and they were like, oh, we'll get it to you mid-December.
Nani?
I'm sorry, what? What Apple? Because like by the time like they told me that it was bricked and everything, Apple had just released the iPad Air 4. Are you a 4? I love how I'm talking to my iPad like it's gonna answer me. She don't know. I don't know. We don't know. I'm pretty sure it's the iPad Air 4. Whatever the latest one is, it's that. So I was like, okay. And like they weren't even selling the 3, which I had. So I had to upgrade to the 4. They just like, they would not sell me a 3. So I was like, okay, that's fine, whatever, 4, 3, whatever, I don't care. But yeah, they were like, oh, we'll get it to you, yeah, somewhere around mid-December. And I was like, the fuck you will. Guys, I have no patience. And so they were like, oh yeah, it's a new iPad, we're already sold out, blah, 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 blah. Whatever, Apple. And I was like, what is this nonsense? What is this utter nonsense that I am hearing? Like, I need an iPad yesterday. Like, it already been like 2 weeks or so. And I was like, I already have like stuff filmed and just like sitting on my phone because I film with my iPhone. And I was like, I need this off my phone. There's just like videos on here taking up a bunch of freaking space. So I need to get these like edited and deleted. And they were like, well, mid-December. And I was like, and honestly, nothing I can do because it's Apple. Like, if they don't distribute it, nobody has it. Like, I checked Target, I checked Amazon, everybody was like, yeah, we ain't got it. No, girl, you should have pre-ordered. And I was like, if I would have known that mine was gonna break permanently, I would have. Like, so I pre-ordered it begrudgingly because that's really the only thing you can do at that point with Apple. Ordered it begrudgingly, and I was like, okay, then. So then I just like became obsessive, honestly. And I checked the Apple's website every day to see if it was like in stock, if I could get it shipped faster, if like literally anything, if I could do anything about the situation. And to be honest, that paid off for me because like I kept like checking the website, and then like one day I saw like, hey, we can get this shipped by like mid-November. And I was like, that's significantly better than mid-December. So I placed another order, canceled my first order, and I was like, okay. So then after that, I just like kept checking every single day. Like honestly, multiple times a day. Until like, I like a lot of blush also, guys. Like, sorry if this bothers you, but I like what they call Igari style blush, which in translated from Japanese, translated from Japanese means drunk. Like apparently this is like how Japanese people look when they're like super drunk. I'm like, it's cute. It's cute and I like it. So that's like how I always do my blush. It's just like a drunk girl in Japan. If your blush don't look like a drunk girl from Japan, is it even blush? I'm kidding. Honestly, people can like do whatever. But I'm really trying to like get rid of all this glitter. But yeah, so I just started like checking the website every day. And like then for some reason, I say for some reason, they, I don't want to say like fully reopened the Apple Store, but they opened it for pickups. Like you could go, like you could order online and then like go pick it up in the store if the store like had it in stock. And so when I saw that they had that option, they didn't have the iPad in stock, of course. So I just kept checking and checking because I was like, okay, there has to be like a shipment on the way to the Apple Store. They wouldn't have reopened the Apple Store after just launching a product and not send them any of the new product. And I was right. So like a few days later, they had it in stock, ordered it immediately, had it like within an hour. And I was like, freaking finally. And I like, that was like my editing spree. That's like when a video went up like every day. I was just like, go, edit, go, yes, go. Spent hours and hours and hours just editing back-to-back videos. I like this. I like how my face turned out. This is nice. It looks super plain, but like, it took a lot of effort. See, this is how much effort I put in to look like this. Like, guys, my makeup skills, they're not here. I love this blush. It's so cute. But yeah, finally got a new iPad, so I was like, okay, back in action again for U5. Love you. Love you all. I think that's really almost everything that I have been up to. What is this? This is not the mascara I wanted, but it's the mascara we're using. The only thing else that I have like discovered is the wonderful world. I cannot talk and do mascara at the same time. Sorry guys. Hold on. We're just gonna look like this. This is also my makeup style. Just giving up after a certain point. I'm like, well, I got my blush on. That's all she wrote. Now it's time to fix these naked lips. Oh yeah, what I've been into. This is cute. This is like not as pigmented as I thought it was gonna be, but that's good. It came out super cute. Oh, all right. I mean, I don't like 100% like it, but this is fixable. We can fix this. We can fix her. Oh yeah. The other thing I have been super into. Okay, this dried weird. It dried quickly and it dried weird. Oh Lord. I said that and then like she done did this. See, it was cute when it was wet, but it has dried like this and how like, okay, that's gonna be a no. We're gonna have to doctor her all the way up. Let's see what this does. That's a good way to go about things. Let's see what this does. Just kind of like deepens it up a little bit. That's nice. Let's not. I'm not 100% fan of this either, though, to be honest. Nope. Hate it. Hate it. Hate everything about this. Oh God, no. Abort. Abort. Let me be right back. This is crazy. No. That was terrible. Okay. Take two. Okay. We're going. That was. Sailor Moon done let me down. Okay. So we're just gonna go with this color that is a bit too dark for this look, but we gon' I know I can doctor this one, so no. I don't even know what I was saying now. That was just a tragedy. That was a straight tragedy. Oh God. Okay, much better. Okay. We can work from here. Okay. I don't even know what I said. I have to like wait for this to dry down. The other thing I've been into, don't mind me just fanning my lips, just don't mind that. So, this is probably the wrong pronunciation of this, but Lacourne, like L-A-K-O-R-N, I can't spell, Lacourne? I mean, I really highly doubt it's Lacourne, which is what it looks like, so I'm like, Lacourne? But basically, Thai BL, like, I was reading a manga, and like, well, I hadn't read it yet. I was like thinking about reading a manga, and I was like reading the reviews, and somebody was like, oh, this reminds me of Tharn Type, and I was like, I haven't read that one. What is that? And like, they were like, there was like somebody else under the comment who was like, what's that? I haven't read that. And I was like, me, relatable. And she was like, oh, it's this Thai BL thing, you know, for all of us Fujoshi. And I was like, okay, my baby Ten's from Thailand, what they got? And she was like, it's like nothing like K-dramas or even really like yaoi. It's like super intense and like not for children. And I was like, I'm there. So literally immediately I was like, Tharn Type, I want to watch it. And so like I found a website and it was like, watch Tharn Type today. And I was like, yes, please. So I watched it immediately. I mean, just so fast, it made my head spin. Fell in love with Mew, who is the actor who plays Tharn, or Tharn, I cannot say it with a Thai accent. I'm sorry guys, if any of you are watching from Thailand, I'm so sorry. I cannot. His name is like, New Superset something. I cannot remember his whole name either, but I love him. So like immediately I was like, I love him. I need to watch everything with him in it. So she dropped. So I like started looking a bunch of stuff up that like had him in it, and like watching it all, and I was just like, I love this so much. Why have I not found Lacourne sooner? Like my Fujoshi heart. Yes. So like I started watching a bunch of stuff with him in it, and I put that directly into my mouth. That was gross. Ew. Fenty looks good. She don't taste good. What was the name of that show with my other baby in it? Let's see. I'm watching shows that had Mew in it, and I came across a show called no, not With the Duck, although that one was pretty good too. Not super good. I mean, if y'all want, like, I could do a whole video just on those, but like, I don't think anybody be interested in it, so I was just like, nah. But if y'all want my Fujoshi recommendations, I certainly can. Let me look it up, hold on. Okay, it was called Why Are You? I fell in love again. With Saint. I don't know any part of Saint's Thai name. K it was like the most complicated name I have ever seen in my life. I was like, I didn't even know where to start. I was just like looking at it. I was like it was that long. Like I had to move my whole head. I couldn't move my eyeballs. I had to move my whole head. I was like, he is who? And then they were like, also nickname Saint. And I was like, it suits him. He is the cutest dang being I have seen since 10. Like, that boy was a K-pop idol. I swear. He sends me. Any scene he's in, he sends me. I'm just like, guys, it's not often that I have to pause during a show because it gets too intense. But dear Lord, like I didn't even, no, I think I paused a couple of times because Mew, that boy's something else. He is something else. I guess I should call him like P-Mew to be respectful because I love him. So P-Mew, something else. Saint is younger than me. I did look up their ages because like I know it's like a whole thing there. I'm gonna try this one again because I still like a little darker than I'm going for here. But like I did like look up their ages. So Mew would be P-Mew to me, but I am very, very much older than Saint. So like I was like, well, and then like when I found out his age, honestly, the show was not the same. I was like, my baby. He did what? I don't know what be up with Thai people and their eyeballs. Like some of them, that's what gets me about 10 is his eyes. Like sometimes he just looks so freaking intense in his eyes and like the way he's like seemingly looking at you, like looking at the camera, but like looking at you. I'm just like, I can't take this. Take it down. And that's like the same feeling I get with Saint, where like they'll have him like look into the camera and I swear to God, it is so intense that I can like feel my soul burning. I'm like, Saint, did you have to go this hard? Did you? Also, I love it. Like, whew, okay, I think that's it. I think we're done. No? I look like me. Like I told you, like, I honestly kind of look the same. For all of this effort, I honestly kind of look the same, but just kind of like slightly less ugly. So, enjoy this. So I guess I'm gonna wrap it up here, but like, yes, if anybody also watches Thai BL or Lacorn, again, somebody tell me how to say that dang word, because I'm pretty sure it's not Lacorn. Like how it's spelled, I'm pretty sure it's Lacorn, but like, don't know. I'm new to this, I don't know. But like, P-Mew and Saint, should I call him Insaint? That seems like a lot. And it sounds, so like me, it sounds like insane. So like, P-Mew, Saint. But like, I love them. If anybody else loves them too and like wants to do a whole thing about it, happy to. If not, that's fine too. Thank you for joining me for this I don't know what I'm gonna call this yet, but like, it's definitely not a get ready with me. Like, no one do this. Nobody do this. Except for the blush, because I still think it's so cute. Like, don't look at my face. Look at the blush. Like, is that blush not the cutest? Just really. Okay, guys, I'm gonna wrap this up here and then go film a bunch of videos. Well, I guess watch those too. Oh, wait, one more thing before you go. So, my dear friends, shout out to you, girl. You know who you are. Beck the Bacon. Like, shout out to you, girl. She sent me something in the mail. I don't know what it is. I'm gonna open it on camera, so I hope it's camera friendly. I'm not gonna show the front because like it has her address and I don't want y'all to like stalk her or me. Don't stalk us. I'm not worth stalking. She's worth stalking. She's so sweet. I'm not worth stalking, so I'm a protect you, girl. Don't worry. But like, she Instagram messaged me. She DM'd me and she was like, girl, I got you something. I was like, can I eat it? Is it cute? Can I eat it? And she was like, maybe and maybe. So let's see. Let's see what's in here. What is this? Ooh, it's pink. It's an H. It's a pink H. That's cute. I like that. Oh my gosh. I love it. Okay, let me see if I can like hold them all up at once. Let me see. Look, it says shy. Look at my eyeball through the H. That is like so creepy. But look at it anyway. I'm gonna put my eyeball through the H. I love this so much. It says shy. Is this supposed to be the other way though? I never know, because everything looks backwards to me. But then like it's the right way. I'm gonna switch it just in case. One of these is gonna be backwards. Okay. Wait. Okay, so for me, this is the right way. I think this looks backwards to y'all. I'm still gonna put my eyeball through the H because it's creepy and I like it. This is so cute. But what's even cuter is what's on the back. Oh my gosh. Friendship. It's a beautiful thing. Look at this guy. Sorry, I'm so excited. I can't. Look at this. It's 10. Oh my gosh. I wish I had the level of creativity for this. Oh my gosh, look at my baby. My face is like gonna fall off from smiling too much. I love this so much. I love it so much. Thank you. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna show each letter individually. Oh my gosh, the creativity. I love this. Yeah. Here's the cute H. Oh my gosh. It looks like she like hand painted this too. The effort. Sorry, those are my 10 noises when I just like see 10 and just like start speaking in tongues. Oh my gosh. Look at my baby, y'all. Look at my baby, y'all. Look at his eyeballs. That's what I be talking about. Look at how intense he is. 10. You did this for what? Like, I freaking love it. I freaking love it. Oh my gosh. I love it so much. Thank you so much. I'm gonna send you a DM like right after I end this, but like I just wanted to show y'all. Look how cute this is. Okay. I'm gonna hold up the S because like S for shy. I need to not touch my face and like get glitter on this. I mean, there's already glitter, but like again, my face is like covered in glitter. But like, I love it with all my heart. Thank you so much, girl. You're the real MVP. I'm so glad I found you, or you found me. We found each other. I don't know, but I'm definitely gonna be DMing you soon, and then like I'll try to get this video up quickly so that you can see me loving and appreciating it. But yes, okay. All right, everybody. Look forward to some videos, and we tried, okay? All right, everybody, thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Is it even a shy video if I don't forget something and have to come back? She wrote me this note. I'll read it because, again, I think this is backwards for y'all, no? Okay. Says, hey girl, 4 L's. Santa came early this year. Have a wonderful time with your baby 10. Anyways, hope you like this. Parentheses, you better. That's how I'm taking that. You better. Merry not yet Christmas. XOXO, your girl. XOXO. Sorry, every time. Anytime I see that, I'm like, XOXO. XOXO, your girl, AKA Becky and his wife. I love it. Thank you so much. I'm sorry I did not see your note because I saw 10 and I was just like, Nothing else matters. But I love it. Again, DM coming soon, girl. DM coming soon. Bye for real.